Hello, my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am continuing on with the Harry Potter build save. This build is actually another apartment build that is non-canonical, just like the last build that I did for this series, Luna Lovegoods apartment. This one is Remus Lupin's apartment. So Remus Lupin is another character in the Harry Potter fandom that I just love so much. I have a lot of just connection with Remus Lupin and just my interpretation of his character and all that. It's great. But this apartment is inspired loosely by the fanfiction series Stealing Harry. It's a Remus and Sirius, aka Wolfstar fanfiction, and it's a pretty great. It's got a really great story. I'll actually Google it really quickly and just tell you the synopsis there. Let me, get that open here just for a second. But yeah, it's inspired by that. It's not particularly the apartment that Remus has in that story, but at the end of the day, it's kind of it gives me those vibes, So basically, let me describe it. It's called Stealing Harry. This is a series. It's not a finished series. It's pretty much a dead series. The author is never going to update it ever again because priorities, I guess, which is understandable. But yeah, it's called Stealing Harry, and it's by Copperbadge. And the summary is, in an alternate universe where Sirius Black never went to Azkaban, Harry divides his life between the Dursleys' house and Mr. Black's bookshop, until Sirius realizes what the Dursleys are doing to him and takes him away from their care. So that's basically it. That's the synopsis of the story. It's great. It's wonderful. It's so heartwarming and it's great. Just check it out if you're a big fan fiction reader like me. I actually haven't read fan fiction in a long time, and I'm thinking of rereading Stealing Harry just to kind of rekindle that love. But yeah, but anyway, this apartment is built, as you can see, in 2A Jasmine Suites. I just thought it was like the perfect size. It had the traditional windows. That's one thing in San Myshuno that I noticed, is that some of the apartments will have this kind of traditional look with the wallpapers and the flooring, but then it'll have these really modern windows, and I hate that. I don't know why. So these apartments in particular, I really like because they have this kind of traditional kind of New York style apartment. Obviously, in the context of this series, it's going to be Muggle London, even though it's definitely nowhere near the aesthetic of Muggle London, but we're just going to imagine it, okay? But yeah, I imagined a lot of this apartment to be just very earthy and just calming and cozy, and I don't know, I imagine Remus being really into books and really into studying things and just all sorts of stuff. And there's a very loud bird outside, even louder than, my windows are closed and everything, and it's still really loud. But anyway, that was very distracting. But anyway, yeah, it's super cute. I love this apartment. There's a lot of plants. I can imagine, Remus having a lot of exotic plants too. I can just imagine him being a very well-studied person. So, but yeah, there is 2 bedrooms in this apartment because, again, this is inspired by Stealing Harry, and basically they live in an apartment for a while. And so I went ahead and made the smaller bedroom Harry's bedroom. So yeah, and also I just want to mention really quickly as well that reminds me, I am using the Pufferhead game pack, or Pufferhead stuff pack. It's a fan-made custom content pack. It's really great. It's the definition of Max's Match. So that chair there, that armchair, that is from that pack. There is going to be some other things as well, like the beds and stuff, but there really isn't a whole lot. You don't really need it, but I highly recommend checking it out and downloading it anyway, because it's a stunning pack. It's just so wonderful. I love it. And it's not just because it's, supposed to be Harry Potter related. It's just, it's such a great pack anyway. But yeah, this is I love this apartment. It's so cozy. It just has so much character to it, just like with Luna's apartment. I just feel like this just epitomizes my interpretation of Remus Lupin. So Yeah, but what else about this apartment do I need to mention real quick? Oh yeah, you will notice that the kid's bedroom, which is going to be Harry's bedroom, is very green. Because in Stealing Harry, this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, but in Stealing Harry, Harry gets sorted later on in the series, at least. He gets sorted into Slytherin, which is really really awesome. I genuinely love Slytherin Harry so much, you don't understand. I will be building some like builds from the other fan fictions that I've read as well. I think I'm going to be doing Leo Inter Serpentis builds, which is going to be so exciting. There's so many things I can build from that series. So I'll talk about that series, Leo Inter Serpentis, eventually. But for now, we'll focus on Stealing Harry. But also, I'm sorry if my voiceover is just kind of all over the place, like I'm messing things up. I tried recording the voiceover for this build like so many times the other day. Like I probably tried like 6 times, and it just crashed and burned so many times. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. Like I've just lost it, I guess. I haven't been doing videos a whole lot lately just because I've been working at my day job a lot. It's not really a lot, honestly. It's part-time. Like it's nothing really, but it is a lot of driving and just talking to people, and that genuinely exhausts me. So it's harder for me to work on videos consistently anymore, but it's all good. I mean, it makes me cherish the time that I work on my videos. I actually make sure that I want to build what I'm building instead of being like, oh, I have to finish this now that I started it. Because if I like get to a point in a build where I'm just like meh, I'll just start over and build something different. Like why pressure myself? So yeah, I do want to build some more apartments for Harry Potter characters for sure, because I was contemplating on what to do with the series and the world, because if you don't know what the series is, basically the Harry Potter build save is me filling up the entirety of The Sims 4, basically making my own save with Harry Potter related builds. I kind of had to think about it for a second there. But yeah, I'm really trying to figure out what to do, because in the apartments, I definitely see myself, filling all the apartments and making them specific to specific characters. Was that redundant? Yes, it was. But yeah, like taking each apartment and just making it like inspired by a character or what have you, like, I don't know. It'll kind of force me to read fan fiction to kind of broaden my horizons, or whatever you want to call it. Broaden my introspective. What am I trying to say here? It's perspective, hun. But yeah, just kind of get some new ideas from fan fiction. So yeah, do recommend fan fiction in the comments if you would like to, because it would be pretty cool to check them out. But anyway, I definitely do want to do, and I am actually currently working on Draco Malfoy's apartment. It's definitely proving to be a lot more strenuous. I'm having trouble doing the second floor because I'm building his apartment in one of those high-rise, like, fancier apartments, obviously, and the first floor came out looking so nice. I'm really into it, but then the second floor just feels a little boring, so I'm thinking of like starting over the second floor, like just totally redoing the floor plan. I know that's nothing to do with this video, but I'm just kind of, yeah, it's a process. It's a process doing these apartments, because I feel like in The Sims 4, while the apartments are really great, I feel like they're really limiting, which again is a good bit of challenge, I guess. But at the same time, I just feel like we could just have a little bit more. It would be nice, I guess. I don't know. What are your thoughts? I feel like, and this is something that a lot of people have been mentioning and talking about recently with the newer packs coming out, is that, The Sims 4 is a little lacking. The expansion packs aren't really expanding gameplay all that much. I definitely think that Island Living is an amazing pack when it comes to the build and the buy mode content and the CAS content. And the world is beautiful, but overall, I genuinely just think that it should have been a game pack, to be honest. I feel like we've gotten more from game packs in the past, than this, because it's just, again, we did get a lot of build mode content and buy mode content and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. It's more the gameplay, because I feel like the gameplay in Island Living, it's kind of lackluster. Let's be real. Like, you can kind of play through everything in just like a few sittings. Like, it doesn't really add to the whole world of The Sims 4. It's just a Solani thing, I would say. Like mermaids and swimming and boating and all that stuff that came with Island Living. It's very specific to Island Living, so or Solani. So yeah, I love the pack. It's a great pack. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. But I'm hoping that the Witches pack that we're supposed to get, or the Magic pack, the Realms of Magic game pack that's supposed to come out in the fall, I really hope that it delivers well. Like, I genuinely hope that it's good, because I'm not going to get my hopes up. I'm not going to speculate. That's the word, Luke. But I'm not going to speculate too much about what the pack is going to bring us, because, it'll just, bring disappointment when it doesn't. So yeah, I'm just gonna, remain calm and just patient, I guess. So, yeah. Oh, also, I was going to do this in this apartment, but I decided not to. Basically, if I just, so I can move my Sims in and it's, properly usable. But basically, in Stealing Harry, for a little while, since, Remus and Sirius, they weren't at that point yet. Let's just say they weren't close, when they brought Harry in. And basically they shared Remus's bedroom, and they had twin beds on either sides, and it was great. I was going to do that in this build, but I decided just to put a double bed, just to kind of, make it a little easier for Remus and Sirius to actually, have a bed, to sleep in and everything. There is another build that I am going to be working on eventually from the Stealing Harry universe, which is super exciting. It's going to be a really cool house. I will give you a hint. It's just called the River House. And I'm super excited. It's one of those houses from a book that you see so vividly when you read the story. And I'm super excited to build it. It's probably going to be located in Windenburg for sure. There's going to be a lot of builds in Windenburg for sure. Maybe it'll be Brindleton Bay. I don't know. Maybe it'll fit better there. I don't know. If you've read Stealing Harry, let me know what you think, because I think it could fit in Brindleton Bay quite nicely too. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video, though. You can find this apartment available to download on the gallery. It is a room, so you will have to replace the walls and everything, but all you have to do is search my username, lukeydean, and the hashtag Lukey, and be sure to have custom content enabled on the browser setting things, on the filters, on the gallery and stuff, include custom content under advanced. I think that's what it is. But yeah, all it has is the Pepperhead stuff pack, so the link will be in the description for that. So yeah, that is basically it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the Nargles.
We were kids and didn't care if we were acting stupid, 'cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. 'Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you, because now I see we were meant to be.